I'll start with a quick review for this book, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. I'll give this book 4 out of 5. There is some good information here. It's one of those self-development books, but I really like the way it's written, kind of a humoristic way, and he also acknowledges that it's not necessarily always will be successful, and he acknowledges some of his flaws. So I really like the style of the writing. It felt like on the same level. Many of those self-development books are putting themselves kind of above you, like they already mastered everything and they just trying to teach you whatever they already mastered, and you're like this little guy underneath. But I felt like Scott Adams did not do that, unless in this book. And I really liked that style. It was really good style. It was fun and engaging in most parts of the book. Part of the affirmations, I'm not really into that in general. I think there is other reasons for why affirmation might work. I kind of recommend affirmations. So this part I didn't really like it. I think it was also a little long. But overall, I think it was good stuff. Let's see the notes. Science rely on consistency, so it has to be consistent over and over. That's where science comes. They have to find things that are consistent. If it's not consistent, it's really hard. Side note: the book is written in a humoristic and fun tone. That's what I said a little bit. That it's fun. I find myself wanting to start this book over other ones, so it's usually a good sign. Passion is bullshit. Success comes with passion and not the other way around. I think that's actually his words. Passion is bullshit. And success come with passion. So usually people that have passion or passion come with success. One of the two, but it doesn't work either way around. If you have passion, doesn't mean that you will have success. I think I wrote it in the wrong way. But the idea is that it's not enough to have passion. The market rewards execution and not ideas. Many people have ideas, but the market rewards is execution. You have to know how to execute. Not only have that idea in your head. Timing is one of the keys to success. Therefore, trying until we're likely get the timing right is the key. One of the main ingredients of success is timing. Therefore, the more we try, the more likely we are to get it right, because it's timing, and sometimes, supposedly, the timing should be right. Systems are better than goals. I really like this idea. The systems that are better than goals. Systems is just to have the same thing that you try over and over, rather than having a goal. Because having a goal, you either not happy because you didn't get there, or when you get there, it means that you already achieved it. Systems, it's something that should always work. You always strive for something. This is how you work. This is how you maintain. I really like it. It's also very optimized. It's efficient, and I find it as a very good way. Matching the right time for the right job can help reduce friction. We need to find what we want to do when we want to do, because sometimes it's not the right time. So if we like something, for example, to do something in the morning, it's better to do it if we're more productive in the morning or in the evening. We need to find when we are better at doing whatever we want to do and do that in that time. Optimizing might not be a good idea when we are short on time. He has a story about trying to optimize, be very efficient while going to a restaurant or something. But optimizing in those cases is not necessarily the best idea, because sometimes things go awry, and if you don't have the buffer, it's not good. The room orderliness might affect our productivity, but it's not universal. Some people like the room to be ordered and it helps them to be more productive, but it's not universal. Some people don't. They actually like mess. Illusions can be helpful to motivate us, as we are already under illusions. We already have many illusions about ourselves. We're not seeing the world as it is. And therefore we can use illusions to help us. And so in some ways, I think he recommends choosing specific illusions that can help us. Most successful things are successful from the beginning. It's very rare for a failed thing to be successful. So if it's not successful from the start, he says usually it's not a good sign, because most things, if they are successful, they're successful from early on. More skills are always good, even when not great at them. The more skills you learn, even if you not master them totally, completely, are always good. Because the more you have, the more things you know, and you can connect them to more things. So he recommends even learning small things, even if you don't learn everything. For example, web design or other skills are always good to learn. Knowledge could be a source of energy, and it usually leads to seeking more of it. So the more we have, the more energy we have, and it also opens our mind to more things we want to learn. When telling a story, keep background information as little as possible. Many people are, when telling a story, they giving too many details about the background information, which is not the main point. The main point is your main point, whatever you want to say. So keep that background information as short as possible. Keep medical topics short and make sure to divert topic later. So people usually don't like to talk about medical topics, and if you do open a medical topic, make sure you can divert the conversation back if you started it, because other people would not feel comfortable doing so. Use I were rather than I was. When talking and speaking, this is a more formal and more correct way of speaking or writing. What can you do for me? Or would you mind? I have a rule, because are some helpful persuasive sentences. All those could be helpful if we want to persuade someone or with helping us or something we want to do. What can you do for me? Can you do something for me here? Or would you mind helping me or doing things this and such? We can also use I have a rule of not doing A, B, or C, X, and Y. Or because, just adding the because sentence is also proven to work, even when it's actually connected to bullshit, which I like this study. Even you just say because and you just bring in bullshit, usually people are more likely to confirm with whatever you asked. The voice has a major impact on people. The voice, he recommends developing our voice because it has major impact on people. The people around us influence us for good and bad. So he recommends to be around better people, or people who will take us to the right direction that we want, because they are influencing us. According to the author, affirmation works for him. That's the part I was not as... I think affirmation works because of different reasons. I think affirmation works because you keep thinking about it, keep reminding yourself about it. It's not that they work per se. You can remind yourself or do that in different ways. You don't have to I think he said Scott Adams would be the best, I don't know, something. It doesn't have to be that way. You can just maybe write a note somewhere and remind yourself that you want to do A and B. It's a better way. I don't like affirmation necessarily, the way he portrayed it. We can program preferences like a robot. I like this idea because I think we can, not everything, but some of our preferences we have control on them. exercise enough so you would like to keep doing it tomorrow. I like this idea. Because if we don't like exercising, if we kill ourselves, and I find it true also in my life too, I find that if my muscle hurts, if I work out too much, I don't want to work, and it actually caused me to want to work out less because it hurts too much and it's uncomfortable. So that's your body usually says like, it always finds all kinds of excuses to not do it. So exercise enough so you would like keep doing it. So I think it's a great tip. That's it for the notes. Again, so there's some good information here in the book. Again, I really like the way it's written. So better and worse tips as usually, but it's moving fast, not too long, and it was mostly engaging. I mostly recommend. That's it. Thank you.